and it's not good. So we're heading back, I think, into the 1920s. Very good chance we're in the middle of a drought right now. This is a 90-year cycle in bad weather. So the economy is in very serious shape.
In 2022, the IMF said that the world may experience the harshest of economic downturns in history since World War II. With global growth rate projections looking weaker by the year, it's no surprise that many financial experts have been sounding the alarm about an impending economic crash. Best known as the author of the Rich Dad, Poor Dad series, and as an outspoken financial educator, Robert Kiyosaki is one of these experts. In this video, we'll take a closer look at Robert Kiyosaki's latest warning, what he sees as the biggest threats to the economy, and what steps he recommends taking to protect your finances. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting to learn about finance, this video will provide you with valuable insights and practical tips that can help you prepare for the upcoming economic downturn. Let's talk about the economic and financial crisis of 2008.
You know, today, when I refer to 2008, most people remember 2008. Do you know what I mean? That's when Lehman went down, Bear Stearns went down.
38% drop.
Yeah, they all remember it. But when I started Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the only thing they had was the Depression. So the fear today, I think people are a little bit wiser, is because they do remember 2008, and they do remember 2000.
Back in 2008, the world was hit by one of the most severe financial crises in history, caused by a number of factors, including the subprime mortgage crisis, excessive risk-taking by financial institutions, and the rise of complex financial instruments. The economy crashed into itself. As a result, millions of people, banks, and financial institutions went bankrupt, while the stock market suffered massive losses. The financial crisis that occurred in 2008 served as a wake-up call for many people and prompted a discourse all across the world regarding the reliability of the financial ecosystem. In light of the many signs that have spread out in the market in the last few years, here is Robert Kiyosaki's most recent cautionary statement. Kiyosaki predicts that the forthcoming economic collapse will be even more severe than the financial crisis that occurred in 2008. In fact, he says it's going to be so quick, yet very devastating.
Powell says when it comes, it's 4 months. That's how fast this bear is going to go out the window. So
on Twitter, Robert isn't afraid to share his opinion either. He often goes in depth into what he believes is to come, warning people to listen and act quickly. He believes that the current financial system is much more fragile than it ever was in 2008. While some may refer to this doomsday tactic as repetitive and boring, Kiyosaki continues urging people to take precautions and make plans to safeguard their financial futures before it is too late. Here are a couple of the factors that Mr. Kiyosaki believes will bring about the upcoming financial collapse.
Well, the big debate is there inflation or deflation? And if you look historically, what's happened today is the nominal debt to GDP is a correlation of M2, the volume of money, times the velocity of money.
There are a number of potential causes that could lead to the imminent collapse of the financial system. The first element is the huge amounts of debt that are present in economies all around the world. Many nations, including the United States, are carrying alarming debt, and it is getting increasingly difficult to manage this burden. The decrease in the value of the US dollar is the second factor. The United States dollar is the reserve currency of the globe, and a drop in its value could have severe repercussions for economies all across the world. The stagnation, or disappearance of the middle class, is the third reason. Another factor that Robert warns about is the disappearance of the middle class, which can be detrimental to the economy on a worldwide scale. Let's go into more detail on these factors Mr. Kiyosaki has pointed out in recent times. The huge amount of debt that currently exists in the global economy is one of the primary contributors that will bring about the forthcoming financial crisis. According to Kiyosaki, the growing national debt is a ticking time bomb that will eventually bring about a financial crisis. The national debt is currently at record levels, and it shows no signs of slowing down. As the debt grows, the government is forced to print more money, which can lead to inflation and further erode the value of the dollar. The United States dollar is the world's dominant reserve currency, and a drop in its value could have severe repercussions for economies all across the world. Mr. Kiyosaki sees the recent significant decline in the value of the dollar as one of the factors that will play a significant part in the impending economic meltdown. The collapse of the value of the US dollar will result in an increase in global inflation and a reduction in the ability of people all over the world to buy things. It's even more concerning that these are already developments that can be noted within and beyond the US. One more thing that'll play a role in the future economic meltdown is the disappearance of the middle class. The disappearance of the middle class might bring about a fall in consumer expenditure, which in turn would be detrimental to the economy on a worldwide scale. The fact that an increasing number of people are finding it difficult to make ends meet will lead to a reduction in the amount of money they spend, which will have the effect of further lowering the demand for products and services. This will ultimately result in a reduction of economic activity, which will further harm the economy of the entire world. The growing income gap between the rich and the poor could also contribute to a financial crisis. Kiyosaki may argue that when too much wealth is concentrated in the hands of too few people, it creates a fragile and unstable economy that is vulnerable to collapse.
European, Japanese, Chinese, everybody's central banks today, and we're printing money. It's not going to last.
Mr. Kiyosaki thinks that the failure of the central banking system will play a significant part in the impending financial catastrophe, and he often shares this opinion with many others. The central banking system is supposed to regulate the supply of money and manipulate interest rates, yet it has been criticized for its inability to properly manage the global economy. The collapse of the central banking system will result in a reduction in the amount of money that is available and an increase in interest rates, both of which would significantly destabilize the global economy. Finally, another factor that will contribute to the impending economic meltdown is the concerning state of the stock market. The success of the world economy has a significant impact on the stock market, and vice versa. These are like two sides of a coin, and you cannot impact one without the other. If the global economy experiences a downturn, this could lead to a collapse in the stock market. As a result of the fall of the stock market, many people will see their savings evaporate, which will further harm the economy of the entire world. Knowing Robert, the financial educator isn't one to sound the alarm without giving his 2 cents on solutions as well. The world-renowned author has emphasized the importance of financial literacy and elaborated on what he believes are the best precautions people can take to safeguard their finances. According to him, and many other experts in his league, financial literacy is the most important factor in one's ability to weather the next economic downturn. People are able to take the necessary steps to protect their resources and ensure a secure financial future for themselves if they have a solid understanding of the financial system and how it operates. This includes gaining knowledge about topics such as budgeting, saving money, and investing. Here are a few of the actions you can take to safeguard your financial situation. One of the key solutions that Robert Kiyosaki proposes is to diversify one's investments. This means spreading out money across different types of investments, such as stocks, bonds, real estate, and precious metals, instead of putting all of one's eggs in one basket. By diversifying, you can help protect yourself against market volatility and reduce the risk of losing your entire investment in the event of a market crash. Another solution that Robert Kiyosaki proposes is to take control of your own retirement planning. He argues that relying solely on government-sponsored retirement programs like Social Security and 401ks may not be enough to provide the financial security that people need in their golden years. Instead, he suggests that people take proactive steps to build their own retirement portfolios, such as investing in real estate or starting their own business. Robert also encourages people to educate themselves about money and finance, so they can make informed decisions about their finances. He argues that the current educational system does not adequately prepare people for the financial realities of the world, and that it's important to seek out alternative sources of financial education. If there's one thing about Mr. Kiyosaki, it's that he hates how oblivious the majority of the world is to the harsh realities of where the global economy is headed. The author is popularly known for criticizing educational systems for focusing on less important things, instead of teaching about money and finance. This is a common theme across his books and many of his teachings. In conclusion, the financial world can be unpredictable, but with his expertise and first-hand experience of real economic crisis, Robert Kiyosaki has given a serious warning ahead. For many years, he has been warning about this impending market doom and encourages you to take cover while the signs continue to pile up. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Stay informed, stay prepared, and we'll see you in the next video.